Om Swaha. July 7th, 2025, I decided to do a video on Lord Ashtar, which is very convenient. I was very close to my grandmother and my mother's mother. Her birthday would have been today, July 7th, 2025. She was still alive. My mother is actually July 8th, so I thought, they probably wanted me to do something that was, even then they were not esoterically minded. I'm doing this on their special occasion, their birthday. Lord Ashtar was, I'm going back to some history here, at least on a popular level. The very first channeler for Lord Ashtar was George Van Tassel, which happened on July 18th of 1953. He had a grouping that got together, and obviously there was messages from Lord Ashtar. But the most popular channel for Lord Ashtar was Sister Twella, who published a book, I believe it was 1982, called Project World Evacuation. This was 1982, this was published. And this was supposed to be the Ashtar Command doing an evacuation from a very serious situation that luckily we bypassed it. That was supposed to happen around the middle of 1980s. We had that harmonic convergence in 1987, which was the first largest global meditation to raise the vibration up, so we avoided a catastrophe. They can evacuate a planet in 15 minutes. They've done it with other planets that are in a certain period of evolution where they have to graduate. So we're in that graduation period. Lord Ashtar has Sister Twella being one of the major channelers. There's another gentleman called, how I got introduced to Lord Ashtar was through Michael Eligion, and he gave me a reading over 40 years ago, telling me that Lord Ashtar was channeled through him, and Lord Ashtar gave me a lot of information on myself and where I had, volunteered with Sanat Kumara. Sanat Kumara is the kind of the planetary logos of Venus, and he volunteered to come to Earth as a planetary overlooking planet Earth millions of years ago. My mission started around 8 million years ago with the Intergalactic Confederation. So there is a government that is of the light called the Galactic Intergalactic Universal Confederation. Lord Ashtar is the COO, the Chief Operating Officer, under the tutelage of Jesus Christ. They call him Sananda. There have been various photos of him, but I don't think they do really justice because, they're in the 7th to the 12th dimension is where they hang out most of the time. So it's very difficult. If I look like I'm sweating, I am, because it's very muggy in here right now. But, excuse me, Saleha Winkler, the late Saleha Winkler, had done a photo of Lord Ashtar that looks like this. And then there was another photo, other photos done, but I like this one because it's more of the light. This is by, painted by Daniel Leclerc, and it's very more etheric. You can see how etheric he can look. And there are photos of Lord Ashtar on the internet. I get a kick out of it because they have him look like he just got out of the gym and he's all muscular and all this stuff. So very superficial kind of pictures of him. When the Elohim consciousness light technology that they have, that they deal with in the upper dimensions, that's more about what they are. They have Merkabah craft and light craft that they kind of merge together to form a spaceship. So it's a lot less physical. The higher you go up in dimensions, the less physical it gets. 12 is the magic number, okay? 12 disciples of Christ, 12 tribes of Israel, 12 calendar months, 12 zodiac signs in astrology, 12 notes on the musical alphabet, and we have 12 dimensions, and within the 12 dimensions is 12 levels within each of those dimensions. We have 12 universes, and they have sub-universes, 12 sub-universes, so it's very large. Anyway, I'm getting back to Lord Ashtar. I'm going to talk about, Sister Twella wrote this channeled this book by Lord Ashtar. And so I'm just going to read to you who he is and what he's about. He says here, Ashtar speaks of 20 million extraterrestrial persons involved with his command in the program for planet Earth, and of another 4 million on our physical plane, consciously or unconsciously cooperating in the program of light. Remember, this book was published in 1994, I believe. Yeah, 1994. So, you know, that program has even expanded more. I was curious about its alleged Venusian beginnings. And he volunteered. He says, I am that strain of beings who have manifested from the chain of planets, the lesser of which is known to you as Venus. However, the planet Ashtar was my original manifestation through the Father's love. I pressed for further personal information and was not disappointed. He said, the mystery that is associated with my person is of no consequence to me, but it is perhaps of interest to some. I am 7 feet tall in height, white, with blue eyes and a nearly white complexion. I'm fast of movement, considered to be an understanding and compassionate leader. I am devoted to the principle of teachings of our Radiant One, and I represent the 12th kingdom and the great central sun hierarchy. I have been assigned the name of Ashtar by the universal hierarchy for use in my calling as commander of the intergalactic fleet serving this hemisphere. I have not had a human embodiment upon planet Earth, as some have inferred. This is incorrect information, should be discouraged. I have consistently been too involved with the affairs of the universe to accept such an assignment. I am an active member of councils scattered throughout the universal sector, serving in an advisory capacity at strategic levels of intergalactic affairs. The fleets of Etheria, stationed within the sector known as Shar, represent what is now called the Confederation of Planets for Peace. We are a branch of the greater Federation of Free Worlds, which comprises the totality of the space commands throughout the omniverse. While my administration is local to the commands of the solar system, I am not restricted to this sector in my service, for I represent our system in the councils of other galaxies and universes throughout the vast cosmos. From time to time, I've been appointed to positions of higher responsibilities in those councils. The Christ teacher of this galaxy is my beloved commander. He's talking about Son of Jesus Christ, and his word is my law. To him I have pledged my service. I am but a leader chosen by him to fulfill the program of light on earth through the winged commands of the great brotherhood. Each one of us is an active member of the pact, taken by personal vow to serve that cause. Okay, so that's a pretty good description of Lord Ashtar. And so I just wanted you to know through this videotape who he was, because there's a lot of it's been kind of a long time since, Sister Twella passed over in the 1990s. She also wrote a book called On World Assignment, which is also for the light workers, talking about that, the Pleiadian star system in the etheric realms. There is the main headquarters of the Ashtar Command in our local Vega galaxy. And I just want to, if I could find it. Yeah, she talks a little bit about how the Ashtar is overlooking that program. So at any time, we are now, as of today, July 7, 2025, with Uranus moving into Gemini. Uranus deals with higher technology, astrology, esoteric teachings. It's also the natural ruler of the sign of Aquarius. So we're going to be looking at Uranus forming a minor grand trine with Neptune in Aries, and also Pluto in Aquarius. That's really going to start getting activated in the month of August and September. It's very fertile. But from now until the end of November of 2025, I will put more dates in the notes on this video, so you have the dates for 2026, 2027, and then in the first half of January of 2028. So Lord Ashtar and the Ashtar Command are working with a lot of several other extraterrestrial races, especially the Arcturians and the Syrians and the Pleiadians. The Pleiadians are the main heart of this program in terms of full disclosure, UFO contact on a major scale. We've already had it, but not on a major, where it can't be ignored anymore. And Sunat Kumara was the planetary logos for planet Earth, I think up to according to the Theosophical Society, I think until 1956, if I'm not mistaken. And then he kind of gave the baton, if you will, the major role of the logos to Lord Buddha. And that's just for this planet now I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Lord Jesus Christ is the universal logos. So just for this planet. And Sunat Kumara was very responsible for bringing the threefold flame to planet Earth at one point. And also I helped with him. I lived on the planet Venus at one point and was with his tutelage, so to speak, helping to build healing temples in Hyboria, that was before Lemuria. Lemuria was about 900,000 years ago that started, but before that, Hyboria, we built some healing temples through sound. I worked through sound and color and all that, and the Elohim consciousness light technologies that they have. There's a good amount of history from Virginia Essene and Sheldon Neidl, and You Are Becoming a Galactic Human. That's another book that you might want to get with history. My book, Full Moon Messages from the Pleiadians, covers a lot of what's coming up soon and some of the past history of India, especially. But that's some of the information on Lord Ashtar, which was introduced to me 40 years ago. Excuse me. I just ate lunch, so I'm sorry. I shouldn't do videos right after I eat. I should wait an hour. But the clearest channel I feel for Lord Ashtar was the late Sister Tuella, and she does have some really wonderful information, as I just said to you. So I'm going to stop there because I wanted to make this short. Lord Ashtar is really busy right now. They're working out with the light frequencies and trying to get us into a graduation period. So that's about it. That is Lord Ashtar, the Ashtar Command, and some general information about him.